Welcome to another episode of You're Weird, written by Kate Peterson, aka the Dapper Jackalope. Welcome to episode number 5 of You're Weird. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about if I were a blank. So, based on who I am, I'm going to tell you what I would be if I were these objects, I guess. And the first one that I'm going to start out with is if I were a drink. Yeah, I picked to be alkaline water because, well, water's my favorite thing to drink, and alkaline water is, there's a brand that it looks like it's completely black, but it tastes like the best water ever. So yeah, it's sort of weird to look at it first, and you aren't really sure of it in the beginning, but, you know, once you give it a chance, you realize it's, you know, normal-ish. It still looks weird, but it's good for you. So I guess that's what I went with for a drink. If I were a dance move, yeah, of course I had to pick something Friends related because I love that TV show. If I were a dance move, I would be the Chandler dance because I'm awkward and I do this dance move. So yeah, sometimes I do it just to embarrass people that are around me, but it's a lot of fun for me. Next, if I were a hat, I'm drawing something similar to a hat that I own, so it's just of course, at first, a basic white ball cap, because I like classic pieces. But I like sort of classic with a quirk. So, on this ball cap, I'm deciding to add in some splatter paint marks, because that's just who I am. I'm also kind of messy, so I could see me just destroying a white hat like this with some paint. Next is, admittedly, one of my favorite pairs of shoes that I wear myself, but I decided to go with a classic shoe, just some green Chucks, you know, Converses, and they're classic, but again, with a quirk because of that green color. They're sort of beat up, too, because, you know, they're just sort of that weird go-to shoe thing, and I hope I'm your weird go-to girl thing, right? Yeah, I guess that's what I went with. Next, my ice cream flavor, I decided to combine my favorite ice cream flavors, so I know this looks like pistachio at first. It's not. It's mint, because I love mint ice cream. And growing up, I wish there was just mint ice cream, not mint chocolate chip, no. Just straight up mint, because it's all I wanted. And well, the ice cream flavor that I'm making is one that, for the most part, the Penn State Creamery makes. It's technically the Arboretum Breeze, I believe is the name. There's like a garden thing at Penn State, and so they named this ice cream after it. So it's mint ice cream, but it has like raspberry swirl and it has chocolate chips. But you know, I had to jazz it up with something if it were my ice cream flavor, so I had to add in just cookie dough, because I love cookie dough. I don't actually know if the cookie dough would make this taste any better, but I like the other flavor and I like cookie dough, so I assume I would like these together. So yeah, I decided to pick a weird old ice cream flavor, and it's Penn State representative since that's where I went to school. So I figured that's what I would be if I were ice cream. Next, if I were pizza, of course, I'd be some kind of classic with a quirk. So just classic regular sauce cheese pizza, but have to add some toppings on it, and my favorite pizza topping that likes to annoy people, especially one of my good friends, and I really like bringing it up, I love pineapple on pizza, like with a burning passion. I also added some peppers and broccoli because they just taste good. So, it's a classic pizza, but of course it has a twist because it's who I am. And the pineapple is because sometimes I can be a little annoying, and I know that, and that's okay. Sometimes I'm annoying on purpose, that's a little secret. Next, if I were a cheese, I just went with a good old block of sharp cheddar, and honestly, I didn't have a great idea of what to do for this, so I picked my husband's favorite cheese, since I'm his favorite girl, I guess, right? Made sense to me. Next, fruit or vegetable, I picked a fruit, and I decided to go with a strawberry, but not just any strawberry, no. I had to make it like this pastel pink color, and I've just loved strawberries since I was young, so every time I see strawberries, I just kind of associate myself with them. So if I were fruit, I would definitely be a strawberry. If I were a vegetable, I don't know, probably like steamed Brussels sprouts or something weird like that, because I really, really like those. Not everyone does, and I relate to that. Junk food, of course, I have to make a donut, but it's not just any donut, no. It's a pink frosted sprinkle donut. So of course it's strawberry flavored because I love strawberries and I love donuts. And of course, if I were a sandwich, couldn't pick a normal sandwich, no, because this is called You're Weird, not You're Normal. So for the sandwich, I decided to make an ice cream sandwich because that's the kind of sandwich I would be. Not just your run-of-the-mill sandwich with regular bread, no. Be with 2 giant cookies and ice cream in the middle. And, well, yeah, just because I'm weird. And if I were a mythical creature, I had to think about this one for a while. I decided I would be a vampire. And not like a mean vampire, but sort of like Marceline from Adventure Time, except she's not exactly a vampire. If you haven't seen the show, I don't really want to explain it because I don't want to ruin it, but I used to be really into vampires, and yeah, I even went through a Twilight phase, so I just want to be a vampire so I can, like, float around, and I would only eat the color red. I wouldn't actually drink people's blood, because that's rude and potentially dangerous for me. So, yep, vampire. Musical instrument, I, of course, had to draw my ukulele Hamilton. Yes, I named my ukulele Hamilton, because I love Lin-Manuel, and I love that musical, so I would be a ukulele if I were any musical instrument. And I'm kind of short, so I think it makes sense to me. And if I were a toy, I picked a plushie, because I love plushies, and I would be a, like, mint green aqua color narwhal with a pink tooth, because I love narwhals, and those are 2 of my favorite colors and color combinations, and I just like plushies. I'm also kind of soft and squishy, because, you know, human, yay! And my style of art, I call it fun on here, but I have a very comic, illustrative style of art. I like it. It sort of stems from, like, my childhood of reading a lot of comic books, and I'm also just not terribly great at realism. I don't find much enjoyment in it, so that's why I normally do a lot of comical things. If I were a movie genre, I would definitely be a comedy, because I crack jokes like there's no tomorrow. And they're not always good ones, so it's probably not going to be a big hit at the box office kind of comedy. Next, I picked if I were a city. I picked New Orleans because I love it there. And there's also just sort of these quirky, weird, hidden things, and there's a lot of different cultures, and I like a lot of different things and a lot of cultures. I'm really eclectic. So I figured that city, it felt very representative of me. There might be a better one out there, but I just really like New Orleans. Next, if I were a breakfast food, I picked pancakes because, well, I can't pick waffles because that's the name of my cat, and I'm not going to eat my cat. But yeah, I also once in college won a pancake eating contest that no one started but me, but I won after eating, I think it was like a dozen pancakes, and then I passed out on the couch of the person's house that we were doing this at, and I slept right through my French class. It was a good time. And yeah, I lost that record after a few years. I was beaten. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. Alright, if I were a season, I would definitely be fall, because, 1, I was born in the fall. What's up, October? You're my birthday month. That's coming up soon. And yeah, I really like the fall weather. I like the comfy sweaters. And I just sort of like that change of season from summer into fall where things are getting, like, cozy, and I don't know. I just think it's nice. I also really like all of the art shows and festivals that happen in the fall time, so that's why I picked fall. Next for my constellation, I decided to put in what my star sign is, so just the constellation that represents Scorpio, since that's my technical star sign. Unless you believe in, like, the 13th one, then I don't really understand all of that, so assuming there are 12 different zodiac signs, I am Scorpio. If I were a plant, I would be a sunflower, because, well, it's my favorite flower. I'm not as tall as a sunflower, but I really need the sun to feel good. Like, whenever it's sort of gray out in those sort of darker winter months, I'm, of course, in America, so our winter happens in, like, January, February, March, and I live in the mountains, so our winter is unforgiving. And, yeah, I just want to be a sunflower because, you know, I like the sun. I don't do well on cloudy, rainy, gray days, so that's why I picked that. The next one was kind of hard for me. I had to pick a car, and As I said in a previous video, I've like PTSD from a car accident, so this was kind of hard for me. It's also kind of hard for me to talk about, and I'm a little, I don't feel great right now. But the car I picked, it's definitely doll-sized. I need to remind myself of that. This is actually a toy that I owned, and I think is probably still at my parents' house. It's just this little like yellow punch bug car with these flower stickers on it. I remember growing up thinking at 16 this would be the car that I would want to get, as a little Volkswagen punch buggy that was yellow, and I'd put flower stickers on it. So yeah, that's what I picked, but it's doll-sized. Remember that, it's doll-sized. And the color I picked was aqua because I like that aquamarine minty color shade, so that's what I went with. And yeah, that seems to be the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, stay weird. Do you want to see more shenanigans? Then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Oh, you want to see more shenanigans like right now? Then check out these suggestions on your screen or head on over to my Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Check back soon for some more shenanigans. Bye!